What's going on, Dolphins? I am back for my second of a triple series today. Just gonna, like I said, gonna be, a few quick hitting scouting report videos. So I'm just gonna blast them out for you. And that way I'll be done with my week one scouting reports from all the teams. All the teams that we play on our schedule at some point. And then, of course, once we've played a certain team, then they will come off the schedule and I will stop doing scouting report videos for them. But until they do, you will have a scouting report video every single week for every team that we still have remaining on the schedule. Okay, so this one is going to be for the Atlanta Falcons game. So just my, overview commentary about this. They did get their ass whooped by the Philadelphia Eagles, and they dropped to, 0-1 on the season. Obviously, they lost. Let's go ahead and make me small. They lost 32-6, so they got their ass beat. Look, at the end of the day, though, I wouldn't expect this Atlanta team to perform as dreadfully as they did. But as of right now, I do, and for that reason, and also because when we play them, we do play them at Hard Rock Stadium, so we do have home field advantage for that game. But that's after we come back from London. And, I have us winning against the Jags in London, but, coming back from that long trip, the jet lag and the interruption to routines and stuff, as of right now, I have a loss to the Falcons, in part because of those two things. Like, I don't expect the Atlanta Falcons to be that bad throughout the entire season. I think they're probably going to be more of a middle of the pack kind of a team, and I think they could play us tough. And, coming back from the London trip, I as of right now, I just don't really like that mix of things. But it's definitely a game that the Dolphins absolutely could win. So let's take a little bit closer look. Not only did they lose 32-6, but let's go ahead and take a look at the statistics so we can get a little bit better picture. So the Falcons only had 260 yards in total, and they gave up 434. They had 136 passing, gave up 261. Had 124 on the ground, gave up 173. Had 4.1 yards per play, gave up 6.5. Had 6 total points and gave up 32, obviously. Neither team lost a fumble. Neither team threw an interception. They did allow 3 sacks, the Falcons, so obviously not good there on their offensive line, and they only were able to get 1. They only had 21% on third down, so obviously terrible there, and allowed 46%. They did have the ball for 28-58, with the Philadelphia Eagles having it for 31-02, and there were 12 penalties. Jesus Christ, look at these penalties. Holy fuck. There was 26 penalties in this game. And these are accepted penalties too. Declined penalties do not get added into this number. Holy shit. Wow. That's insane. All right, Atlanta had 12 and Philly had 14. Good Lord, that's outrageous. Woo! Anyway, moving on though. So looking at the Falcons, from the Falcons' perspective, Matt Ryan was 21-35 for 164 yards. Cordero Patterson led the way in rushing, even though he's a wide receiver. 7 rushes, 54 yards, and a 7.7 average. Probably on things like jet sweeps or whatever, right, is my guess. That's primarily, how you're going to see him used when it comes to the rushing game. Because he is a wide receiver. Anyway, Mike Davis, 15 rushes, 49 yards, and a 3.3. Keith Smith, 2 rushes, 6.5 average, and 13 yards. Calvin Ridley led the way. And look, they do have some playmakers. Calvin Ridley, Kyle Pitts, Hayden Hurst. They got some good guys. Cordero Patterson, is a solid guy to have in the mix. Obviously there was all those penalties, but they just weren't really playing clean football, and, they gave up a few sacks. They just weren't really able to move as efficiently as they should, et cetera, et cetera. So, obviously, not doing anywhere near enough, and they came up with the big loss. So 5 for 8, 51 yards for Calvin Ridley. Kyle Pitts was 4 of 8 for 31. Hayden Hurst 4 of 4, 28. Mike Davis 3 of 6, 23. Keith Smith 3 of 3, 18. And Cordero Patterson 2 of 2 for 13. And just real quick, I'll go ahead and just scroll through the rest of this so you guys can see it. If you wish, you can hit the pause button and check that out. All right, now just to see what they gave up defensively to the Eagles, just to add to the context here. Jalen Hurts was 27 for 35, 264 and 3 touchdowns, making Jalen Hurts look good out there. Let's see, Miles Sanders was 15 rushes, 74 yards and a 4.9. Jalen Hurts added in 7 for 62 yards and an 8.9. So Jalen Hurts having him a day out there for real, for real. Kenneth Gainwell, 9 rushes, 37 yards, and a touchdown with a 4.1. Receiving, Devontae Smith led the way for them, 6 out of 8, 71 and a score. So go ahead, Devontae Smith. Looks like both the Alabama boys got a touchdown in their first game of the season, so good for them. Obviously, Waddle got a touchdown for us. Jalen Reagor was 6 of 6, 49 and a score. Dallas Goedert, 4 of 5, 42 and a score. And I mean, look, this Eagles team, they got playmakers on offense too, and Jalen Hurts obviously had a day. So it's not like this Eagles team is really anything to scoff at though either, right? Zach Ertz, 2 of 2, 34. Quez Walker, and that's part of why I said I don't expect the Falcons to play this poorly week in and week out. But I hope they do, because then when we play them, we can, even coming back from the long trip to London, maybe we can just go in and steamroll them, hopefully. And then Quez Watkins was 3 of 3 for 26. And, of course, I will just give you a quick scroll down. If you so choose, you can pause it at some point if you want to take a closer look at any of this, kicking, statistics, or what have you. Otherwise, we are going to go ahead and switch this up so that way I can bring up my league standings for the Atlanta Falcons. Got to switch over to the word pad. All right, so league standings. So most of these stats, there is one exception actually. The week 2 matchup did cause one exception in the total rushing and rushing yards per game for this team. But otherwise, it's the same. So for the offense, total yards and yards per game, they're at 260, and that has them at 26th in the league. Passing, they have 164 yards from that first game, which puts them at 31st in the league in both stats. Rushing yards, they had 124, but in total, they're 15th, and rushing yards per game, they're 13th. Because of that week 2 matchup with the Giants and the Washington football team, there was one change in this lineup. And then points, they only scored 6, which puts them at 31st in the league overall in both of those statistics. Defensively, they are 26th in the league, giving up 434 total yards, 14th in the league, giving up 264 passing, 31st in the league, giving up $173 in the run game, 23rd in the league, giving up 32 points. They are 24th in the league with 0 takeaways, 15th in the league with 0 interceptions, 18th in the league with 0 fumbles. Of course, it's a little bit arbitrary of a placing right now because of the grouping and the tie between so many teams, etc. But it is what it is. That's how they fell. Sacks, they are 21st in the league with 1 and 17th in the league with 3 passes defensed. Obviously, this stuff will clear up as the season goes on. And just for comparison, here is the Dolphins on offense and the Dolphins on defense and where they currently sit in league standings. And this is all updated with the week 2 matchup between the New York Giants and the Washington football team. All right, that is my quick hit scouting report video for the Atlanta Falcons. I'm going to get out of here now, move on to my game video, my scouting report video for the Saints. All right, and with that, I'm going to get out of here. I hope you guys appreciate my perspective. If you do, make sure you hit the subscribe button, make sure you hit the like button, make sure you hit the bell if you want to get the alerts. Share my channel and videos with your friends and family. Leave your questions, comments, and concerns down in the comment section. And of course, as always, follow me on Twitter at Dillon Tartaro. And with that, I am out. I'll see y'all soon. Fins up.